Well, you're listening to Quad City's #1 sports talk radio show. Don't hassle us for local. Are you tuning in for the last 5 seconds? Or, yeah, I mean, if you listen to the intro. Now, a minute and 5 seconds. But we are back. That's it. Where the White Sox thing is done until the playoffs.
What was that?
It was the craziest.
It was just 1 week where he couldn't do it.
The craziest week ever of like, okay, Wednesday, Thursday. I think you pointed out the week prior. You're like, I think the White Sox come out Wednesday, Thursday. And I'm like, all right, yeah, cool. And then Monday comes and they're like, no, we got a game on Tuesday. I'm like, what? I look at the schedule and then they're like, no, it's Tuesday, Wednesday. And I reply back, this is the operating manager and everyone else that control everything. I was like, well, there's a game Thursday. And they're like, no. And I'm like, yeah. And then we're like, so 3 days? Like, yeah, 3 days. And then Wednesday comes and they get rained out. And they're like, you want to come in anyway? And I was like, no.
No, we already had the day off.
No, thank you. And then they're like, oh, by the way, there's one on Monday as well. Like, what? So then we had to sit and look at it.
That's why we didn't have a... Yeah. I was like, why are you taking Monday off?
One more yesterday. No. And then now we have... now we just wait for playoff baseball to start. And that's
playoff baseball, that's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun.
What is that, next week? This weekend? Next
week? Sunday's the last day.
Sunday's the last day, so like what, next Tuesday or Wednesday we start playoff baseball?
Yeah.
That'll be
fun. The schedule. So we'll look at that to see like when the White Sox will play. Brewers, Cardinals looking like they can't stop winning.
They'll stop eventually.
I know.
One day.
So over the weekend, the Brewers clinched the NL Central title. That's their third Central title. They won it previously in 2011, 2018. And the Cardinals are, like I said, they just keep winning. And more importantly, did you see that game on Sunday between the Cardinals and the Cubs?
I did not watch baseball on Sunday.
All right, so it's the ninth inning. There's one out. Runners on first and second. The score's 4-2. Bottom of the ninth. There's a pop fly in the infield. Again, this is now the third or fourth conversation I've had over the infield fly rule in like 48 hours.
Really?
Which is one. I love this conversation. I love the infield fly rule. Mm-hmm. It leads to so much more because the first time, like, my ears perk up when someone's like, what's the infield fly rule? And I'm like, oh, yeah. And they're like, what's that for?
You didn't know what that was for.
Yeah, and I get to tell them,
That's
and then,
fun.
Yeah.
So wait, what was the score? What was the situation?
It was 4-2, runners on first and second,
okay.
one out. All right?
Gotcha.
So here's what happens. Lazy pop fly in the infield.
All right.
Umpire calls infield fly. Nolan Arenado, for all those gold gloves or whatever else, it doesn't matter. He slips, and the ball actually drops in the infield grass. Runners can advance at their own risk during an infield fly.
Uh-huh.
So the runners advance. Nolan Arenado flips it to DeJong, who's covering third. DeJong steps on third, doesn't tag the runner.
Okay. Yeah.
Because there's no force.
No force. Yeah.
They throw it to second.
Uh-huh.
Umpire calls it, and he touches the bag. Umpire calls him out.
You can call him out at third, though, right?
No.
Okay.
Or did he call him safe? Either way, the guy on running the second, the Cubs, he steps off second. Like, well, that's the end of the game because there's one out. Infield fly makes two. Yeah. He calls me out on force. No one knows the rules. He steps off the bag. They tag him. The umpire's like, no. Wait. And they're like, what's going on? There's confusion. No one knows what's going on. Like, what happened here? The manager of the Cardinals, and they end up getting together, and they're like, all right, you're safe at third. You're safe at second. It was confusion.
Cool.
Schilt comes out and throws a fit for the Cardinals, and rightfully so.
Okay.
The guy stepped off the bag. The game's over.
Yeah.
And then
he stepped off the bag after he was called out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though he's not out because there's no force. You know what I'm saying?
So
the umpire didn't know. So here's where I'm getting to this.
So that play ends though, right there. That play, once he's called out, that play, no matter what, ends right there before he steps off the bag. So he can step off the bag and still come back.
Yeah, but he tagged him. So it gets all dumb and confusing. Well, Schilt comes out. He loses his mind. Mm-hmm. He's yelling, rightfully so. Anyone should in this situation because what happened here. And then afterwards, they were asked, like the media asked, this was in the Quad City Times, and don't know if it was an Associated Press story or if it was their own. They were asked to, the media asked to talk to the umpires to get a clarification of rules.
Okay.
And supposedly it was rejected by the Chicago Cubs. So now the media's like, whoa, what's going on? And then the next day, the umpires come out. On Monday, yesterday, the head official comes out and says, like, hey, the media guy that was supposed to come to us, didn't relay that you guys wanted to see us. I'll gladly talk to you about what happened.
Gotcha.
So he's like, yes, called an infield fly. Boom. There is no tag. There is no force at third. He's safe. The guy at umpiring around second base didn't hear the infield fly rule. So that's why he thought he called him out because there was like some type of dumb force.
Gotcha.
And so then when they got together, they're like, you didn't hear it? He's like, no, but wouldn't you be like, you don't know what an infield fly rule is?
You should know as soon as
Like,
that ball goes in the air.
The infield fly rule is something that I've been, out of all the things that probably annoy the umpire, I will call an infield fly before the umpire will. Like, it's just natural to me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Infield fly, batter's out. Yeah. And every time, you even in rec league softball umpire 100%. Will go, hey, let me make the call. Yeah, you're right.
Sometimes they just don't do it, so that's why most of us are like, infield fly, like.
Yeah. You just, I'm telling everybody, hey, you don't need to worry about it or anything like that. The reason why and again, it came up one conversation, and I'm like, okay, and it was a different situation. Then we were talking to Clayton Lee, and they're Cardinal fans, and I was like, well, it's infield fly, and explaining it, and I didn't know more about because I didn't see it till I read about it, and the other reason why I like it is everyone's like, well, what's that rule for? And I'm like, well, I'm glad you asked. Because, and for those of you out there who don't know the infield fly, which I'm assuming you listen to a Sports Talk Radio show, you know what it is. But the runners on first and second, less than 2 outs, what it does is it stops the shortstop from, as the ball is dropping down from the pop fly, it stops them from taking a step back, letting it bounce once, going 6-4-3 for a double play, and turning a guaranteed 1 out into 2. Yeah. Because the runners can't advance, they have to tag up. Yeah. And then everyone kind of goes, oh, why would you do that? And that's when you get to have a conversation with like my 11-year-old and go, because some people like to play Bush League ball. Yeah. And then they get to go, what's Bush League? And I'm like, I'm glad you asked.
Here we go.
And
come
luckily,
over here.
Yeah, let's have a seat here.
Let's talk about
Let's watch this. Come here and let's watch this 12U softball team for a while, and I'll let you know which coaches are Bush League or not. Let's just pay attention for a little bit, and I'll show you what Bush League is. So, and basically that's what I'm telling what that is something you never want to be called. You don't want to be called Bush League or anything like that. But that being said, the Cardinals still won the game. They won. They're just the 4th team. When they won that game, they became 16 straight games. They became the 4th team in MLB's expansion era since 1961 to win 16 straight games, joining the 2017 Indians, the 2002 A's, and the 1977 Royals. They have a 6-game lead over the Reds and Phillies in the NL wildcard race.
It's been pretty damn impressive, let me tell you that.
Yeah, I know. With their remaining 6 games coming at home, the Cardinals join the 1887 Philadelphia Quakers as the only teams to win their final 11 or more road games. Boy, that is impressive. So, yeah, we're right around the corner there. Over the weekend, impressive Ryder Cup by the USA. It was dominating.
Is that golf?
That is, yeah.
Is that golf?
Yeah.
I thought so.
I mean, just absolutely dominating. 19-9, largest margin of victory in the modern era since 1979. The U.S. now holds a 27-14 advantage, 2 ties in the all-time series. Although Europe holds an 11-9 edge since 1979, when that field expanded beyond just Great Britain and Ireland. Yeah, it was the crowd looked great. You had Justin Thomas, and I can't remember who else it was on, like Golf Digest, TikTok. They're shotgunning beers after they finish like their 18 or whatever else.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, and the crowd's going nuts at hole 1. Like when they get down to 18, they go hole 1. They both have a beer. One's like they pop it open, they cheers. One's pouring it. One takes a knee and does like he's doing the ice challenge or whatever else, and just start going nuts. Everyone at hole 1. Thursday, I don't think it was like 6:15 in the morning. They didn't tee off for 2 hours, and people were drinking and singing songs, and they're just waiting for 2 more hours till they teed off.
That's fun.
The crowd was nuts. Yeah,
that's great.
Yep.
I'll have to look into that. I'll just see that. I want to see that clip.
Yeah, due to travel restrictions, 90% of the fans at Wisconsin's Whistling Straits were Americans. Like I said, they broke into patriotic chants and songs all over. Steve Stricker said, this is a new era for USA Golf. They are young. They come with a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and a lot of game. They're just so good. The 44th Ryder Cup will take place in the fall of 2023. 2023, yeah, at Marco Simon Golf and Country Club in Rome. So 2 years off from that now.
That's cool. That's cool. They do that every 2 years, or?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought maybe they were supposed to do it last year, but COVID. Yeah. Now they moved it. I don't know why not to do it back.
Did you see? Did you watch Extreme Rules at all?
Didn't.
You didn't. And Pat McAfee said something like how they got smoked or something like that. Or he got smoked just as bad as the what is it, England's team?
Yeah.
The Ryder Cup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had a little comment towards that.
Did anything happen there?
And Extreme Rules?
Yeah.
You didn't miss much.
I didn't think it did.
No.
I thought it was kind of weird that Big E had it was a triple man.
Yeah, they started that out, and then they brought back the Hurt Business last night. I don't know why they just didn't do it in pay-per-view,
Yeah.
Have him walk out with them instead of that. I don't know. You didn't miss much. There was only one extreme match. It was like no disqualification against Reigns and Finn Balor.
Yeah.
And every other match was just a match. Like there was no extreme rules to any of these matches except for that one.
Yeah.
Which made no sense at all.
None of it makes sense.
None of it makes sense anymore.
No. But yeah, we've got a crazy week 3 of NFL to look at. Week 4, we're actually going to do guess the lines with you. We get to do power rankings also.
I feel like this is right where we see what we know in the NFL. Like week 3 is over. Here's 4.
I agree.
Like, this is where like everything starts, kind of. You know where your fantasy teams are. You know what you need to do to improve. You know what these teams are. You know who these teams are.
I 100% agree. I think this is a situation of that it's my head like week 4 to even the score. If you're down in gambling, this is where you kind of get to know what's going on. If you're up, it's time to start zagging when you've been zigging because you've had the first 2 runs with all the underdogs or whatever else. But now week 4 is going to be fun to see how it all plays out. So.
And people are going to start separating themselves from other teams. It's going to start. This is where the NFL starts, I feel like.
Huh?
This is where it all starts, basically, to me. Week 4.
That's what I say. All right. Also, Iowa won again. They moved to 4-0. They stay number 5 in the AP top poll. They got jumped by Penn State. Right now, the top AP poll for week 4 goes Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, Penn State, and Iowa. That's your top 5.
No respect.
No respect at all.
I get it.
Notre Dame is 9, up 3 spots, 4-0. Arkansas up 8 spots to 4-0.
I watched them play Texas earlier this year, and they looked good. They looked like a team that is on the rise, and they're fighters.
And let's see. I think I saw that in the coaches poll. I think that Maryland got in there, but they're not in the AP. Iowa State dropped out with their loss to Baylor.
Oh, they dropped all the way out?
Yeah, they're all the way out.
Oh, that's fun.
It's Baylor that
Let's
jumped.
say that
It was
again.
Baylor that jumped in, not Maryland, at 21 after they beat Iowa State. So Iowa State is out of the top 25. And I did mention Notre Dame's victory. That 41-13 win over Wisconsin at Soldier Field gave Coach Brian Kelly his 106th victory, with the Irish breaking Knute Rockne's record for most victories as a Notre Dame coach. So
Maryland almost got in, or they did get in?
They're not in.
Oh, I was going to say it makes this week's game a little more interesting. I guess Maryland's doing a blackout. So if you're going, for some reason, you're going to that game this weekend, make sure you're wearing gold.
What?
Friday's game, Maryland, right? Mm-hmm. They're doing a blackout. So if you're going, if you're going, anybody near the Maryland game this weekend better be wearing yellow.
Yeah. So that's a Friday night game.
Yep.
That should be a lot of fun. You'll have that bag stuff still at Frick's?
Yeah, we're still gonna do it. I'm gonna have I have a couple. I have one TV out. I'm hoping to get another second TV out in the patio by the end of this week. So hopefully we'll have that going. We'll have the volume going, and it'll be a nice little night.
Yeah. There'll be that thing at the R Bar going on. The mobile, the MPX will be there out there. They're gonna have Doug Brunny's play from 3 to 6.
Brunny's back in the game, huh?
I think this one was already booked.
Okay.
Well in advance. The Twins were ready for this one. They saw it a Friday night game, and they're like, listen, we want to have a party on that night. They're going to have a food truck.
That's fun.
Brunny's going 3 to 6. They'll have the mobile party experience out there as well, so you can watch outside as well as long as also as inside. All right. You want to do Guess the Lines when we come back?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's jump into it. I got them done. So.
Okay, 13. Well, this is this. Am I right here? Well, yesterday. 13 years ago yesterday, Greg Maddux won his final start. A 2-1 victory over the Giants.
I'm tearing up.
I know. Over the course of 23 Hall of Fame of his 23-year Hall of Fame career, Max won 355 games with the Cubs, Braves, Dodgers, and Padres, the 8th most in MLB history. So congratulations to him. What else did I see that's coming up here? Where is my day in history. Let's right around. Oh, we'll get to that. That's not that big a deal. All right. Going into the Guess the Lines and the power rankings, there are 5 undefeated NFL teams remaining. Can you name them? That is the question before we go to break. Going into week 4, there are 5 undefeated NFL teams. Can you name them? We'll be right back here. Don't Hassle us. We're local on ESPN 1170 AM.
The Rock says he's going to make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous. You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
Hi, this is Derek.
And this is Skip.
We are the twins from our bar Davenport. And you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
On ESPN 1170 AM.
What's your car's monthly payment? There's a good chance that First Midwest Bank can lower it. Just like refinancing a mortgage, First Midwest Bank can refinance your auto loan too. That means lower payments, lower interest rates, and higher monthly savings. Plus, you can wait up to 60 days to make your first payment. Go to firstmidwest.com/auto-refi to apply and drive down your car payments today. Member FDIC, subject to credit approval, vehicle insurance required.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect opportunity for a significant business upgrade. Save up to 45% on Dell computers built for business with Windows 10 Pro. Plus, enjoy special pricing on Dell docks, monitors, servers, and more, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Succeed anywhere with Windows 10 Pro. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today to find the right tech for your business with fast, free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
High prices don't get you a great network. A great network gets you a great network. It's why Total Wireless runs on the largest, most dependable network, now with 5G. And for a limited time, we're doubling your high-speed data on our $35 unlimited plan from 5 gigs to 10. So you can double your binging, your scrolling, your everything. Total Wireless. Do amazing. Available at Total Wireless stores. Capable device and SIM required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. Offer ends 12/31/2021. First 10 gigs at high speed, then 2G. Terms and conditions at totalwireless.com/terms.
It's the last gasp of car show season. It's the Iron Invasion, October 8th and 9th at the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds in Davenport. Live bands on 2 stages, plus dirt drag racing, motorcycle, swap meet, camping, vintage Ford parts auction, presented by Route 32 Auctions, and even a classic pinup contest. This is an open-air event held rain or shine. Proceeds go to Helping Hannah's Heart Foundation and benefits kids with congenital heart defect. More details at ironinvasion.com. October 8th and 9th. Be there!
Over the past few years, people in the Quad Cities have been buying online more and more. Now, since the pandemic hit, online sales have absolutely skyrocketed. Having an online presence was important before, but now it's an outright necessity. But don't worry, MyLocalCustomers.com is here to help. All you need to do is go to MyLocalCustomers.com to receive a free competitive analysis to see what Town Square Media can do for you. We'll help you find more local customers online and help grow your business faster. Town Square offers premium website services that get you new leads every day, plus a dedicated marketing specialist who will work with you the whole time, so you don't have to mess with updating a website. It's fast and easy with no contracts, so you can cancel at any time. Be one of the first to sign up and receive $500 in free advertising on ESPN 1170 AM. As a business owner, you know how hard it is to get people to cross a bridge to get to your business. These days, they don't need to. Find your customers and keep your customers. Go to MyLocalCustomers.com.
I'm Omar Reese with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Almost 1 year ago, Dak Prescott was in tears as he rode off the AT&T turf after a gruesome ankle injury ended his season. On Monday night, he returned with a 3-touchdown performance as the Cowboys grabbed control of first place in the NFC East with a 41-21 win over the Eagles.
Thankful for just the opportunity to be back out there, doing what I love and doing it here in AT&T in front of the fans. It was special.
Dallas intercepted Jalen Hurts twice. Trevon Diggs returning one 59 yards for a touchdown, while Ezekiel Elliott chipped in with a season-high 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. Elsewhere, it's all on the table for the Bears. Matt Nagy saying that all 3 of his quarterbacks, Justin Fields, Andy Dalton, and Nick Foles, are under consideration to start Sunday against the Lions. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
My grand opening is tomorrow. Can I get custom posters printed today?
It's possible with Staples Connect.
I need to promote my new curbside pickup service.
Also possible. Staples Connect can help your business grow with custom printed sales and marketing materials. Now get 20% off signs, banners, or posters when you spend $75 or more. Explore what's new at your local Staples. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 10/2. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/signage for details.
And now it's Geico's Motorcycle Rules of the Road. Before you ride, make sure your mirrors are clean and adjusted properly. And if you're going on a group ride, make sure the lead biker knows where they're going.
Ed, quick question. Where are you taking us?
Oh, I have no idea. What, am I the leader? Because I was following that dude with the red helmet. Where is he?
And the rule to saving on motorcycle insurance is, in 15 minutes, Geico could save you 15% or more.
Hey, this is Len Casper. Get every White Sox game right here with Darren Jackson and me, the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Welcome back. Don't House Us, we're local here on ESPN 1170 AM. I want to thank the Twins for bringing us back there from our bar. And we mentioned about their Friday Iowa game thing going on with Doug Brunny's 3-6. Doug Lear's going to be there with the food truck. They're going to have drink specials, Iowa game, mobile party experience will be out there. Our bar is located at 4907 Utica Ridge Road and prides itself on its fine wines and liqueurs, unique cocktails and martinis. From Busch Light to Bougie, the R Bar has something for everyone, which makes it a great fit for you and your friends. Have a drink, grab a bottle of wine to share, and watch a game. You can do all of that at the R Bar. Make sure to check out their Facebook for live music announcements, specials, and much more. And while you're there, make sure to like their page. See you tonight at the R Bar in Davenport on Utica. All right, before we get into that, the guest lines, Adrian, we got to do a little bit of recap from week 3.
You know what else is bougie?
Sure, what's that?
You ever been to Trader Joe's?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went there for the first time this weekend, and, I really enjoyed myself.
Iowa City?
Yeah, up there in Coralville. Yep. A nice time.
What did you enjoy about it?
I just felt like there's a lot of different selections you don't find at your everyday grocery store. And I feel like I got me some different things.
Yeah.
I got some buffalo jerky. I got some elote chips. That seemed like they were pretty good. And this thing called cookie butter, like peanut butter, but it's like cookie flavored. It was fantastic.
Okay.
A lot of exciting things going on there.
Yeah, they also have the $3 Chuck.
$3 Chuck?
That's their wine.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. We did get a bottle of wine, but I don't think it was that one. But it's $3 Chuck is what it's called.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like they make it or something like that, and they just sell $3.
I've been to like a Trader Joe's in like the suburbs of Chicago. Maybe that's just what they called it up there. I have no idea. I've never been to the one in Coralville.
It was nice. It was just everything looked brand new in there and clean and not your.
Did you come back and join like a Bring Trader Joe's to the Quad Cities Facebook fan page?
I did not join that. I did. My old lady is a part of that though. She's like all about it. And I'm like, that's just another reason for you to want because it's gonna go. They want it to go up by Home Goods, right?
Okay.
Or something like that in one of the buildings right there. And I was like, you just wanted to be in that area, like Target, Home Goods.
Yeah, just feel like you
Trader Joe's,
one big swoop, like
one big stop,
And now you can just feel like you're wasting gas by driving 2 blocks and then turning it off again, starting the car. Yeah. Yeah, and then heaven forbid you have to make a left out of there.
Man. You're never getting out.
You're just like, I'm never doing this again. This is the worst day ever.
Worst thing about that area.
That's what we need to find instead of every week. And it's kind of look at the schedule a little bit. Every year there's just one like slate of afternoon or early morning games where like they're so bad that you're like, listen to me. This is the one that you want to go pumpkin picking.
And
this is the one that you'll agree to go to Good Homes and Target and all those other stops, and you're like you'll let that left turn go. You'll even, but there's the topper of it all that finally will finally blow the lid off. The straw that breaks the camel's back will be when you're heading north on Elmore and people aren't just taking a right. They all stop on that right on red, and you don't have to.
No.
And finally, you'll just lose it after you've been calm the entire time, and then you're like, "That's it." Like,
I'm done with this.
Yeah, I've had it. Before we went to break, I said that there are 5 NFL teams that are undefeated. Can you name all 5 teams?
I think I got them all.
Okay.
Vegas.
Yep.
Carolina.
Yep.
Rams.
Yep.
The Broncos.
Yep.
Arizona.
That's right.
All right.
That's all 5.
Look at me.
Are you
football.
making Chuba Hubbard priority pickup in fantasy because of Christian McCaffrey, running back wise?
Yes. I mean, you should have had him if the owner of Christian McCaffrey didn't already have him.
Mhm.
I know like there's not a lot of whole handcuffing going on, but he's number one. You know, he's a 3 down back. Christian McCaffrey's a 3 down back. You kind of step into that role, you know, because who else you really got, you know, at this point.
4 leagues I'm in, all 4 he was open.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, great. That's crazy.
I know. So I put in for every single one of them.
No, yeah, absolutely. He's a must-add in all leagues. And you know what is the story? Christian McCaffrey. You know, like that's number 1 overall pick. You know, he looked good and healthy, but you keep getting hurt like this. You know, it's not good.
I blame like all the gambling sites that are out there that you can have like now like single player props.
Don't talk to me about this. Yeah.
And everybody was on Christian McCaffrey to have like 99 total yards or whatever else.
And a touchdown.
Yeah, and there was all these other boosts like 37 receiving yards, and everyone's like, "That's a no-brainer too. I'll take that one."
Yep.
And then he just goes down, and you're like, "Jeez, that's it."
Like what are the? Oh, I know. I totally had that bet. It was what, 97 all-purpose yards and a touchdown. I'm like, oh,
yeah, I'm in
against Houston. Game over. And I didn't even watch the first half of that game. I went and got Mexican food. I had some margaritas. I had a nice little night.
Sounds like a great night until you get that news.
All of a sudden,
that notification comes up on the phone.
I drive her home, and then I go back to the bar, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's see where Christian McCaffrey's at. And I turn it on the radio, and Christian McCaffrey will not return.
Yeah.
Excuse me, it is not even halftime yet. It was the second quarter.
Yeah, they So I blame all of us for doing that. It's like the biggest jinx out there.
What was it last night? It was like Dak Prescott rushes for 12 yards or more, and I don't think he got there.
Well, if you want to talk about offensive production, can we talk about the Bears?
No, we don't have to.
47 yards total?
Yeah, all game. 4 quarters.
Listen to me. I was, and we can go back and look at my the Wednesday 150s, which I think I did on Friday or whatever else, and I had a pretty good week. The Bears I was in on to beat the Browns.
To beat the Browns? I thought they'd definitely cover.
I thought they would cover, and I liked them money line as well. I thought, well, they're in a good spot here. I think their defense is good. I wasn't sold on Baker Mayfield, and then I got this other bit of idea in my head that. So Peter Schrager's on Bill Simmons' podcast last week, and he actually hosts a podcast for The Ringer all summer long, and it's called Flying Coach, where he has different coaches on all the time. And I think actually Pete Carroll's one of them, like a consistent co-host on there as well. But he's gotten to know Matt Nagy, and he's had him on the podcast, and he's actually FaceTimed him before. And Matt Nagy in his basement has this little I hate the word man cave. That's not it. But wherever he does his Zooms or whatever else in the comfort of his own home, he's got former, his play cards, and he puts them up on the wall. He's got a little folder or whatever else. And and Peter Schrager's saying it's just a wallpaper, and he's got all these plays up there, and it's almost like he doesn't have the memory of Sean McVay. Have you ever heard of them? People talk to him about that, and they're like, hey. It was third quarter, New Orleans game, week 6. It was 3rd and 6, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we called this route," and he can remember every play like
really?
that. Yeah, and they're kind of alluding that Nagy can do the same thing, but there's all these plays out there, and Schrager's he's got 4 or 5 plays out there that are just for Fields, and when they're going to now they can practice for Fields. When Fields came in last week when Dalton got hurt, that was a game plan for Andy Dalton. Now they're going to have one for Fields. It looked like they took an exact game plan for Andy Dalton and said, Field, just run this game plan.
Yeah.
We're not changing anything for you. It was terrible.
It wasn't good. It didn't look good. It didn't feel good.
The rookie QBs this year starting are 1-10 straight up and 1-10 against the spread.
Wow.
The one victory was McCorkle versus Zach Wilson. Someone had to win.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
1-10 straight up, 1-10 against the spread. Wow. Rookie QBs. And I don't think Jacksonville's going to be any better this week.
No, neither do I. No.
That's brutal. But yeah, Vikings, I think I said it last week. I think they're a weird field goal. Well, the Cardinals would be 2-1. They'd be 2-1.
Yeah. Two field goals. They went overtime
Oh,
with
yeah.
the Bengals.
There you go. And Mike Zimmer's going to keep his job somehow.
Yep.
But Nagy, what's going on here? Their bye week isn't until like week 9.
Lose this week, he's got to get out. You don't lose to Detroit.
That's true.
So,
oh
that's
boy,
my opinion. That's my opinion. You
poor
lose this week.
Detroit.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I think Detroit's not looked awful. You know, they've had their moments where they shined. A lot more shining moments than what I've seen from the Bears.
So on Sunday,
That was not the last moment. Was not a shining moment.
on Sunday,
They should have won that game.
I have a third leg of a teaser.
Oh man.
I got Carolina to cover the first leg on Thursday. When I do teasers, I usually like Thursday night game because that way if I lose, I can come back and do another one. You got to get your first leg out of the way. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, Bills, I have Carolina, Bills, and the Ravens. Ravens are going to kill them. They kill bad teams. Lamar Jackson loves to destroy bad teams. You look at the record and how many points he's beaten bad teams with losing records. He usually beats them by 6 points or more. The defense, everyone's like, Wink Martindale's defense, they're going to be blitzing Goff from all over the place. He's not going to know what happened. That's what the Packers did. So, I listen to people, and I'm like, all right, throw him in the teaser. Cardinals are up and down. They're a roller coaster, so I didn't trust them, but they came through. So I had the Ravens. Bills doing their business. Ravens look okay. And then for 15 minutes, I'm just fuming mad that I'm losing this teaser to the Lions and the Ravens. And thinking about how many conversations you and I have had about this where I'm like, I'm just not sold on these Ravens. I'm just not sold on these Ravens, blah, blah, blah. Why did I bet the Ravens? Blah, blah, blah. And I was in the kitchen prepping for dinner. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, 4th and 19. Lamar Jackson can't pull off a 4th and 19.
Mm-hmm.
He pulls off a 4th and 19. And I'm like, what? And then I'm doing the math, and I'm like, there's no way they're attempting a 66-yard field goal. And on top of it, there was a delay of game that wasn't called. There was like a second there where the clock went down to 0.
Oh, really?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He kicks that field goal. I've never in my life seen anything like it. And anyway, keep in mind, I don't even have it on the TV because whatever Fox was going on, they're like taking us to like the Dolphins game instead of this one that's going to come down to a kick. So I'm looking at it, and then I look down at my phone, and I'm like, field goal's good. I'm like, get out of here. I got the teaser. We're always on the other end of the bad side of the beats.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And so I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, this is incredible. And then I get to watch the highlights, and that thing hit the crossbar, bounced up, and then even hit the back of the net because of the bounce that it took. Even the referees were like, did we just see that?
Yeah.
Referees took time to signal. Can you imagine the Lions fan just sitting there being like, we're going to do this? They've started 0-3 for the third straight season?
Yeah.
And you got to just be like, oh, there's no way. And to watch that, like collectively, they're in the dome.
Yeah.
Can they all just exhale at the same time and try to create a wind to go against that? Like 66-yarder, that's a record.
Yeah.
It's not going to be touched. Like that.
Unless he does it 67 like in a couple games,
Well, he's got to be indoors. I mean, I don't think that's happening outdoor. You got to have some wicked wind at your back.
For that to be outdoor.
But 66? That's incredible. And then, I
wonder if he knew he could make it. Because you're warming up, you're taking some shots.
He had missed like a 50-yarder earlier in the game.
Oh, did he miss a 50-yarder? Well, you got to still be confident. But you know how they warming up. They take distance kicks and see how far I can make it from today. Stuff like that. I want to know what was his longest one in pregame that he hit.
Yeah.
Before he tried that one. If he was like kicking a couple from like 60.
That's a fun story. And then
not for Detroit.
No. And then not for Detroit, you're right. And then you have the Sunday night game. 49ers and Packers.
It's a bad man right there.
Dude.
And don't get me wrong, Devontae Adams wide open. Like, who else do we think that ball's going to, really? Like, why is
it seemed like everybody on social media had the same post. Prevent defense prevents wins. Okay, yeah. Well, unbelievable. Well, on top of it, Devontae Adams took a hit to the helmet that I was like, what just happened there? And there was no helmet to helmet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they didn't call it.
LaFleur wanted it. They didn't even replay it.
Which is shocking to me that they didn't replay it. I feel like they
wasn't,
that a lot.
and I wouldn't say it was intentional.
It definitely wasn't intentional. Nobody's getting kicked out of that game or anything like that for it. I don't even know if they kick people out of the games. Like they
Legit,
do
they have like a camera on Adams laying down, and I said out loud, he doesn't know where he is.
Yeah.
His eyes were wide open, but he did not look like he knew where he was. They picked him up. They take him in the concussion protocol tent for literally 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I've never. I was like, yeah. They went in there and said, "You're good," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm good." They're like, "Go back out there. Game's almost over anyway.
Yeah.
You'll be okay. You know, rub some dirt on it."
Yeah.
And then of course he comes through, and everyone else comes through. So, and he looked great. He okay. On the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, Dennis says, the Penn State game is striped the stadium. Why would they tell everyone to wear gold? We're talking about the Maryland Friday night game.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a blackout. So if you're an Iowa
Maryland's
fan traveling to Maryland, which we'd like to hear from you if you are.
Yeah, or if you're just out there
they're telling
hanging
you to
out.
wear gold on Friday night. No, stripe the stadium against Penn State. And that great 3 o'clock kickoff that the Fox said, and thanks to Easer Ace for pointing that out. So, and then I did see Anderson.
Why isn't that a night game?
I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
And then Anderson said, did you see the meme 49ers minus 37 seconds equals 12? Yeah, I did. I saw that. Erickson shared that earlier today. But, I mean, good for him. I was critical. I was like, I don't know if he's going to win this game or whatever else, but you think he's 5-0 in night games now, or primetime games? And then last night, the Cowboys looked good against the Eagles.
Yeah.
So
They looked kind of dangerous.
yeah, so
I won't admit it to T-Roy, but I'll say it right here, right now.
I know he would. I'm glad too, because he would be all over it saying like, "Yeah, I knew it all along." But now the big game this week is, let's see, Brady lost and the Patriots lost, and now the big game is the Brady Bowl, Brady Belichick.
I'm
Bowl.
excited for next Monday.
That's
Raiders and Chargers.
Oh, that's going to be good.
Yeah, those teams look real good.
Mm-hmm. So that's things that we get to look forward to, though. Let's see. We did talk about Justin Tucker's field goal.
He kicked it far.
The other one was Matt Prater, 64 yards. Tucker is the 23rd person since 1960 to attempt a field goal of 66-plus yards, but he wasn't the first on Sunday to try it. Prater attempted a six. That's right. All right. Cliff Kingsbury, that's the one I forgot about. Prater is a kicker for the Arizona Cardinals. Before the first half, that is the one where they bring out Prater to kick a 68-yarder. And then Jacksonville returns it 109 yards.
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
He's undefeated, and we're not questioning Kingsbury and these coaching style that he has. Every time when that, if you and I were sitting at a tavern, I believe 100% that we both would go, he's not making this.
Uh-huh.
And then we would turn around and go, they're going to return it.
Yeah.
Because think about that. He's got all that running momentum, and the field goal team, it's not like it's a punt team, special team.
It's not a punt
kickoff.
team.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of monsters.
Yeah, and you get all that running room. You get lanes to pick or whatever else.
Yep.
That was just a boneheaded thing. And then they're undefeated, and yet Nagy should be on the hot seat. I thought Kingsbury would be close by now. It shows what little I know. But, well, yeah, let's take that second break, and then we'll do our guest lines. How's
All
that?
right. Yeah, sounds good to me.
We'll do that now, and I know we said that last time.
Hey, your world, Jay.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm just here.
I know I said that last time. I said, hey, we're gonna do it when we come back from break, but we did have to do a little recap there.
Let's see if we can do it again. You know, maybe after the next break.
Maybe. Okay, we will. Let me load this up here. We will be right back after this on ESPN 1170 AM. We'll do guest lines. You guys play along with us here on Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
We're streaking. We're going up through the quad to the gymnasium. There's more coming.
Frank, get in the car.
Everybody's doing it.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Len Casper, the voice of the Chicago White Sox. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 1170.
Since 1978, Advantage Advertising has been your one and only choice for promotional products and corporate apparel, all with your company's logo. At Advantage Advertising, you'll find products that are perfect for golf outings, company anniversaries, holiday parties, or health, wellness, and safety programs. We're accredited by the Better Business Bureau and a long-standing member of the Quad Cities Chamber. Visit AdvantageAdvertising.us to see all of the possibilities. Advantage Advertising, a proud supporter of Iowa State Athletics.
For the first time ever, witness the thunder of the Monster Truck Nitro Tour. 7 p.m. October 2nd, Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds. See incredible 10,000-pound car-crushing giants compete in racing, wheelie contests, and rock the house with amazing freestyle action. Plus the jet car meltdown, burning it down. Meet the drivers and see the trucks up close at the pre-event autograph pit party. A limited amount of $10 tickets are available. Get them before they're gone. Subject to service fees. Come early and ride in a real monster truck. Advanced discount tickets are available online at monstertrucktour.com or get them at the gate. For the first time ever, the Monster Truck Nitro Tour. The incredible monster truck spectacle you gotta see to believe. 7 p.m. October 2nd, Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds. Feel the monster truck thunder.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect opportunity for a significant business upgrade. Save up to 45% on Dell computers built for business with Windows 10 Pro. Plus, enjoy special pricing on Dell docks, monitors, servers, and more, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Succeed anywhere with Windows 10 Pro. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today to find the right tech for your business with fast, free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
From lines of credit in Chicagoland to equipment finance loans in the Quad Cities to better cash flow in Milwaukee, First Midwest Bank is committed to using our local knowledge and ideas to help our clients get their business momentum back. Visit firstmidwest.com/commercial-lending. You have plans, we have ideas. First Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Elite Sportsbook is offering a $20 free bet each week for those who place at least 3 wagers of $50 or more on college football matchups. Just place your bets Thursday, Friday, or Saturday each week in September to qualify. That's up to $80 in free bets available in September. Plus, new signups can take advantage of their first bet being risk-free up to $500. Download the app today and play your game with Elite Sportsbook. Offer valid for a limited time. Must be 21. Visit EliteSportsbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
A hospital under quarantine. More from the Iowa Almanac in a moment. For thousands of rural Americans, life can be unpredictable. Foundation 2 Crisis Services is here to support you or a loved one when things feel too heavy to manage alone. Connect in person or over the phone to talk through what you're experiencing and find the resources you need. All mental health services are free, completely private, and open to all. Learn more at foundation2.org. Promotion funded by East Central Region CARES Funds. The influenza pandemic made its way to Iowa in the fall of 1918. The base hospital at Camp Dodge was quarantined on September 28th of that year. The first 3 deaths due to flu were reported at Camp Dodge on October 1st. The hospital commander told the Red Cross that agency would have to handle the growing emergency, since the War Department was not ready for such a rapid spread of the deadly disease. By early October, Camp Dodge facilities were used to treat more than 3,000 ill personnel. In an effort to stop the disease, the state health commissioner banned all indoor funerals for influenza victims. And in Des Moines, school officials barred children from attending school if they lived in a house with anyone who had influenza. Soon, the city issued a general quarantine, closing all schools, theaters, pool halls, and other public places. The disease peaked that fall with more than 21,000 cases reported, but it was still prevalent throughout the state, into the next spring. The first major sign of trouble was at Camp Dodge, which led to a quarantine of the base hospital there on this date in 1918. And that's Iowa Almanac for September 28th. I'm Jeff Stein.
There's a new grill right in the middle of our studio. Oh, it must be football season. Follow the action on your sports leader, ESPN 1170.
It's time to play the game. Time to play the game.
Back in the studio here on ESPN 1170 AM. I want to remind you guys about Martin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Their goal is to help everybody have a positive dental experience, and that starts with their youngest patients at their very first dental appointment. The office is kid-friendly and designed to be comfortable for all ages. There's a designated kids area, and the entire staff is very experienced and comfortable with children of all ages. For the adult hassle maniacs, Martin Family Dental will take care of all your dental needs, from your first cleaning to all restorative work. They have a relaxed environment to help you be as comfortable as possible at a place you like to visit. Check out their webpage at martinfamilydds.com and visit the before and after photos for whitening, and also read the testimonials from very satisfied patients. Plus, don't forget to like and follow their Facebook page as well. Call Martin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry today at 563-355-6626 to set up your appointment. Luke has been on the show a couple times, called in, and he was also part of that team, the Little League team that played out there and almost made it to Williamsport. But Luke last year called in because, they were doing that every other day thing because of the COVID.
Yeah.
And over the one weekend, he was telling me about how much he thought Ben Roethlisberger was trash. And I was like, I think he's a top 10 quarterback. He's like, no way. I'm like, why don't you call on the show and tell me, 10 quarterbacks are better? And he totally rattled him off. And I was like, yep.
Never mind.
So I started thinking about this, and I was like, Ben Roethlisberger is trash. And sorry, Pittsburgh Steelers fans. And I'm like, from now on, if I ever think, name 10 people that are better, it's always going to be called the Luke Martin line. So to figure out from there instead of the Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Because I was like, all right, I wonder, is this running back a top 10 running back? Is there 10 running backs better? Where would it be on the Luke Martin line? But yeah, he's Big Ben's looking a little rough. We'll talk about that more. We'll take a look at some of the Major League Baseball possibilities coming up after this week. But first, we're going to do our Guess the Lines. This is where we're going to take a look at Week 4. We haven't looked at any lines or anything like that. We're going to guess them on the air. You guys play along with us on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread. Leave guesses on there as well. We're going to start with Thursday night's game. Jacksonville at Cincinnati. Oh, boy. I'm trying to find something good about this game. Let's see. Cincinnati is 2-1. Jacksonville's 0-3. Again, I'm trying to find something good about this game. Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase, because we saw him throw another touchdown pass to him. So that's looking like they might have some weapons there. The Bengals could be moving to 3-1, and they would be top of the division with Cleveland and Baltimore. So they need to stay pace. Jacksonville is just a mess. Urban Meyer's just getting beat up all over the place.
Yeah, he's taking a beating in the media, too, seems like.
At
least they gave James Robinson the ball.
Yeah.
I saw that. I liked that, He was an established runner last year. I don't know why we're going away from that. I know it's a whole different offense, but...
Not everyone's saying the same thing about Urban Meyer. It's like they feel like he's putting in 6-hour days. And that's not the way you can do it in the NFL, which is... I guess I just wouldn't expect it out of him, but...
I wouldn't either. I know that he took some time away after his health, but I would imagine, it doesn't have anything to do with that. If you want the job, you got to be healthy, in the beginning. So I don't think it has anything to do with that. It's basically you got to sleep there. You got to live there. You got to live and breathe this thing, Especially they're supposed to be heading in a different direction. This does not look like a good direction you want to head into.
No. Okay. I got Cincinnati at -5.5.
I got 7.5.
This is a matter of, I would assume this line reflects more upon, honestly, no offense to any Bengals fans, but how bad Jacksonville is. You nailed this one right on the head.
Did I?
Yeah, it's minus 7.5.
neat.
I'm at 5.5. I didn't give it.
I think it's a star, right?
That is a star.
I get a star.
You get a star.
Neat.
They yeah, I don't know. Cincinnati probably should have won that game against the Bears. Looking back on it now.
I mean, if
Those
they don't throw three picks
in a row,
three pass attempts, yeah, absolutely.
And they still almost
we
came back.
We almost couldn't finish that game.
Yeah. Maybe I'm not giving Cincinnati enough credit, but also I gave too much credit, I think, to the Bears after beating Cincinnati. So, I mean, it's a weird merry-go-round of nonsense. So, all right, you got that one. Moving on to Sunday.
And I like Cincinnati. I like what I've seen out of them. I think
I
that
do too.
defense
I
is
like
playing-
Joe Burrow.
That team is playing tough. That nobody's talking anything about Jamar Chase dropping balls anymore.
No.
He's not dropping balls.
It's not Joe Burrow's fault that Matthew Stafford decided to go to Cancun with McVay, and they were doing tequila shots as he was getting traded, and then all of a sudden now I have this fondness for the Rams.
Oh,
It's not Burrow's fault that I've quit on him.
We need to get you a Rams banner
Yeah,
and a
I gotta
Rams
get
mug.
something. I'm sorry, that guy was just
new number 9, love in your heart.
Yeah. Oh God, did you see how excited McVay was at the end of the first half alone in that game?
You're so excited,
dude. That guy just
I hate to take us off topic here, but
No, you're fine.
Did you see the meme the other day? It might have been after Detroit lost to the Packers last week, and it said, "Imagine how good Detroit would be if they could trade for this guy," and it was a picture of Matt Stafford.
That's really good. We just put salt in the wound there.
Yeah.
Well, and then Cooper Kupp he's got 5 touchdown receptions in 3 games. He's the first receiver to do that since like 1981.
Oh.
I don't even know why. I mean, you would think like there was like a mosh here where it was more than that much.
I
But
think I only have him on 2 teams, but I wanted him on all of them, but I just missed out.
pretty much have him on everyone that I have Stafford on. So it was nice, and I had Higbee in another one too.
He's gonna be a first-round pick next year if he keeps erupting like this.
I know. All right, Washington at Atlanta.
I thought this one was a little harder than I thought. These teams, who are they? Who do they want to be? I give it Atlanta -1 just for the simple fact that they're at home.
Yeah.
I know you usually get 3 for that. Washington did not look good against Buffalo. But, I mean, that's Buffalo for you.
Was that as more of a situation? Buffalo lost, and they're like, listen, we're going to come out and just beat up on these guys. And Josh Allen's going to be like, remember, you guys thought I was going to be an MVP, and so he threw for 358 yards and 4 TDs.
Yeah, they shut out
It
Miami
was a
the week
shutout,
before, right?
and the Bills' defense finally coming through. Atlanta, I mean,
I don't like it at all. I mean, if it's any more than that, and Washington maybe -1, but I took Atlanta just because they're at home.
I took Atlanta -1.5. And you're going to get it because you're closer. It's actually the Washington football team favored on the road.
Really?
-1.5.
Wow.
I know. God, they really don't like Atlanta Falcons and Arthur Smith.
They really don't like them, huh? I just don't see. I mean, man, Washington's defense bad on Sunday. And not even just off the points. They looked bad all the way around, I thought. I caught a little bit of that game.
Yeah, you really have to check that and pay attention. Like, if you don't think a lot about Danny Dimes, then you have to say, like, the Washington football team allowed him to stay in that game.
Yeah.
And Taylor Heineke is the guy that on the road that you're thinking is going to do something against the Falcons. I mean, I guess, but you've got to admit that Danny Dimes is a good quarterback. If you're fully on board that you're like, listen, Washington should be favored in this, and that you like them to win it, I wouldn't touch this game with 10-foot pole. So I'm not going to be gambling on it whatsoever. All right, Houston at Buffalo.
Buffalo, Houston. I guess I don't know what it kind of just what I how do I want to say this? I don't know what I think about Carolina yet, so I can't decide if Houston played well in that game or if Carolina just was bad and they're just kind of faking it right now. That 3-0 in front of at the end of their names. But I think obviously Buffalo's going to handle this game pretty easily. What they do 35-0 against the Miami. What they win 42-something against Washington. I want to go higher than this, but I don't know if I can. I got Buffalo -17.
You're really good. I was actually much lower. I don't like large numbers, and this is it's incredibly it's high. I was only at 10.5, And
Is it higher than 20?
No,
Okay.
you're there. You're right there. What did you say?
Buffalo minus 17.
It's 16.5.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and I even cringed when I even wrote down 10.5. I remember I wrote it down yesterday, and I was like, God, I always hate giving double digits. And then when I heard that, I was just like,
I like
this
Buffalo
morning-
minus 30 here. I'm sorry. I feel like, Buffalo's got a statement to make after that week 1 loss. And I think it's really left a bad taste in their mouth. And this is one of those teams you're going to beat up.
Wow, this is going to be my, and a lot of people, and this is going to be my Survivor pick of the week.
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of people, you know what I would have been fine with? I would have been fine, as much as I complained about in the first segment about that teaser and losing it, I would have been fine if the Ravens would have lost and knocked people out of the Survivor pool.
Yeah, because I'm guessing that was a hot pick.
Yeah. So I guess there's a silver lining in every cloud. So I would have been just fine with that. All right, Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears.
Dumpster fire. Turn the TV off.
Does Nagy get fired or not?
No. No, and he's not going to get fired. Here's my thing. If this team's giving up on him and they throw this game, completely just lost the locker room here, an embarrassment like that, what we just saw against Cleveland last week, that entire locker room could turn on you right there.
Well, you've got a first-round draft pick. You've got it. He's like, well, the quarterback competition is still open.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see how Andy Dalton feels.
We're talking about starting Nick Foles.
Well, he's healthy
you
at least.
You want to say it out
You just
loud?
had,
I get
you had
you.
an
Don't get me wrong.
X-ray on Fields.
I get you. Yeah, I know. And with Justin Fields' hand and Dalton's knee, but he's out here saying that all 3 quarterbacks are still, in line to start. But you're right. He's the only healthy one.
You're in trouble if in week 4 you've already started 3 different quarterbacks as an NFL franchise.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Your season is in trouble.
Yeah.
So start making some plays for Fields. All right, Detroit at Chicago. I got Chicago minus 3.
I got Chicago minus 1.
Actually, I'm going to get a star. It's Chicago minus 3. That's the way it probably should be.
And that's just because they're at home.
That's exactly it.
And I don't know. I don't think Chicago wins that game. I just got a bad feeling.
And like I said, Detroit should have beaten the Ravens. I said it. Anderson said it on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread. Yeah, it would have been a 71-yard attempt if they would have called that delay of game penalty. All right. Here's a big one. Carolina at Dallas.
Is it big?
Well, let's see. Dallas looked good against the Eagles, but did we give too much value to the Eagles? And is Carolina good? Sam Darnold threw for a lot of yards, over 300 yards, rushed for 2 touchdowns. There is no CMC there, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens. You have a 2-1 Dallas team versus a undefeated Carolina Panthers team on the road. You're going to see if Dallas wins this game. Not only do I already think right now that they're the favorite to win the NFC East, but now I think they're pretty much a lock to win the NFC East. They win this game. I know it's not a divisional game, but you're going to take that momentum, and you just knocked off an undefeated team that, now is leading the NFC South. So,
what do we think about if Carolina wins this game?
What do I think about if Carolina wins this game?
What if Carolina comes out and wins this game, which I don't expect whatsoever, and I don't think you do as well.
Well, I'll tell you what. Right now, they've got the best defense in the NFL based on stats. And if they shut down this Dallas offense, then you're going to go, defense.
Wait a second.
You're going to say a defense wins games. Matt Rule's got this team clicking. That trade for Sam Darnold was great. And hope, you're going to start looking at the schedule. And you're going to go, okay, here's these games. And CMC can actually rest an extra week if they can and save them for a playoff push. That's what you're going to start talking about, how legit they are. Dallas, on the other hand, Dallas wins game is going to be Dallas is back, baby. And then everybody in the world, including the NFL and all the Dallas Cowboy Nation, are going to be like, why are we playing at noon? We're a primetime only team. I got Dallas minus 3.
Dallas minus 6.5.
You've got Dallas that favored that much?
I think so. I think that they like the. I think Vegas is looking at the fact that Christian McCaffrey's out, and that's most of that offense. I believe Vegas believes Carolina's a fraud, like I do.
Yeah, and I think I see what you're getting at, and also the hey, You're going to bet Dallas anyway, so we might as well push the line up as far as we can just to see money. And we'll look at that later, like later on in the week. We'll look at tickets sold.
I think I'm high, but
you're just a little high. You're closer than I am. I have -3. It's -5.
Is it -5?
Yeah, and that's where Vegas is exactly the same way we are. We don't like the 3, but we know we can get you to bet 5. Maybe you get pushed up to 6.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I think smart money is going to bring that down a little bit.
Yeah.
You might see it down to 4, making it think more of like a 24-20 game type of thing. So, but we'll pay attention to that line. The Colts at the Miami Dolphins.
There's another one I couldn't decide on. I thought it was a little tough. For a random game, it doesn't sound like, Colts versus Miami. It doesn't sound like a game where you'd be hard to predict off the top of your head.
Miami went into Las Vegas, looked good. Had to go to overtime.
Brissett did not look bad.
No, he did not.
He liked Waddle.
Let me explain something to you about Brissett. You've got to worry about things when they announce that your starting quarterback is out and Jacoby Brissett's coming in and the line moves a half towards your way. That means Vegas likes Jacoby Brissett a lot more than Tua.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree with you. And do we have? I mean, he kept him in that game. The Buffalo game obviously didn't look good, but there's a whole different game plan when Jacoby Brissett comes in that you're not prepared for. I got Miami -3.
I've got Miami -1.5. This Colts team is interesting. They're playing in a crappy division. They just, unfortunately, they traded for a quarterback who has 2 crappy ankles.
And as soon as he stands up, he gets hurt.
Yeah. I have them at -1.5. I'm going to get this one right on the head.
Okay.
It's Miami -1.5. Okie dokie. Cleveland at Minnesota. I don't know when the last time these two teams met, but I feel like it's not something I see very often. It's going to be interesting. It's a noon kickoff. I like Cleveland favored in this, but I like this Minnesota team. I don't know why. I just know he's got Kirk Cousins has weapons. I hate their coach, but I think I like Minnesota in this game, but I don't have them favored.
No, I don't have them favored at all either. I think Cleveland's really starting to make a stance for themselves. The defense is no joke. And I also don't think that it was great for Justin Fields' first game to be against Cleveland. He didn't really.
Well, we kind of said that before the season, like don't let him do it against them. But it was had to. Yeah. So
I think I'm high, but I think that the Cleveland will win this game by this many points. I got Cleveland -6.
I've got Cleveland -2.5.
I'm guessing you're going to win this one.
I am going to win this one. It is Cleveland -2.
Okay.
Okay. The Saints are at home against the New York Giants. I'm pretty sure this one's at home. I don't think there's any Ida hurricane
We're
thing.
back.
Yeah.
Who dat is back?
Well, hold on a second. Last week didn't the Superdome catch on fire? The Caesar Superdome now it's called? It was on fire last week.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm telling you right now, it caught on fire last week. Like it was on like one of those multiple days we had the day off. It was on one of those.
Like flames? Or are we talking?
There was smoke coming out of it for certain. Yeah. Like, because I might have had something. Rarely do I have it on.
What caught on fire?
I really didn't follow up on it. Yeah. Because I'm not someone who watches like YouTube, but it must have come up like on one of those feeds, like we're up and it was a Pat McAfee show, and so I just clicked on it and listened to hear what they were talking about, and then they were showing like picture in picture, that there was smoke coming out of it. All right, but so right now New Orleans has a game at home against the Giants, and I have the Saints at -7.
I have the Saints at -6.5.
All right.
I feel like it's going to be lower. Are we?
It's
are we
not.
high? It's not.
I'm
it's higher?
closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually -8.
Wow. Vegas really doesn't like Danny Dimes.
No, he doesn't. And what the thing is the one thing New Orleans can do is they can eat up the run, and you're not too worried right now about Saquon Barkley to hurt you.
Yep.
I just hope their defensive secondary doesn't get exposed. But why am I saying Danny Dimes going to expose? Anyway, no.
Absolutely.
That's fine.
That's halfway.
Throw them in a
we
teaser.
are tied after halfway.
All right. Throw New Orleans in a teaser, by the way. Tease that down to -1. Tease Cincinnati down. You can tease Buffalo down, too, if you want. That's kind of a lot, though, in a teaser. You don't want to sweat that out. I don't know if you'll sweat that. Okay. Tennessee goes to the Jets. Tennessee team looks okay. Jets, Zach Wilson, they're just doing Jets things. Like I said, 0-3 again. I got Tennessee favored on the road.
I got Tennessee favored on the road. I'm probably high again. Getting worse as this as we go down the list.
I've got them at -6.
I went higher than that. I
Okay.
got them at 10.5.
Wow, you did go high. I'm only going to get this because I'm closer. It's -7.5.
Okay.
Full touchdown.
The Jets
in
have been
the
looking
hook.
real bad.
I know.
I really thought that. It's Mikey Hart, Tennessee -50.
Yeah. I think when you listen to like the different people, like I'll listen to a podcast like I forget his name. Anyway, it's CBS or listen to Simmons. It's like they always say the same thing about the Jets. They never, because they can't say anything good about their offense. They're like, well, their defense is pretty good. And you're like, is it though?
Is it?
Are you just saying that just because you need to say something because it's a big market and you need to say something nice about it? In Tennessee, they can always just run it right down your throat over and over again with Henry.
Yeah.
Tannehill, they won against the Colts 25-16. Tannehill was a pedestrian, 18 for 27, 197 yards, but he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
He threw 2 picks too.
Yep. And A.J. Brown got hurt in the first quarter. Julio Jones was a little inactive, and then the coach was just kind of like,
Julio was inactive?
Not inactive. He was not active. How's that?
active,
Yeah,
okay.
not very active.
Yeah.
So and coach was kind of like a little tongue-in-cheek about it, just hush-hush, like, don't worry about it. All right, Kansas City. Ooh, Kansas City. And
what did you do to Patrick Mahomes? I feel like ever since you said he doesn't throw interceptions in September, he throws interceptions in September.
Now they're in the bottom of the AFC West for the first time since 2015. 1-2 on the year. Kansas City, they go to Philadelphia, and I probably disrespected the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'll let you know in just a second if I really did or not. Where is this line at? Come here, you goofy.
I think I did too. I don't know. Oh, but who was Philadelphia as well? We were talking about Philadelphia looking real good, even against the 49ers, not looking bad.
Is there like a hurt? Did someone get hurt last night? Why is that line not on there? I'll find it in just a second. All right. Well, real quick though, I only give Kansas City -4.
I went -6.
Okay.
There's question marks for Kansas City. There's question marks all over the place. Why can't these boys hang on to the ball?
I don't know.
Is Edwards-Helaire finally, coming through a little bit? I think he had 100 rushing yards or 100 yards. So, that's fantastic if you had him in fantasy. But this man, he got butter on his hands or something. Everything's slipping out.
You said 6?
Yeah.
All right. It's at -7. And I'd like to look at the look-ahead line, like what this line was back in, like, we'll just say July or August, early August. And I bet you this was at like a -10 back then. So the look-ahead is what we need to look more at some of the look-ahead lines when making these gambling because they might be right. So we got to figure out which teams are completely wrong. All right. Arizona at the Rams.
Another interesting game.
This is a great game.
I'm excited for this one. They're just going to air it out and air it out. It's going to be like a video
so
game.
Much fun. It is going to be like a video game. So much fun just to bet the over on this, which is at 54.5. So
that's at least hitting 60.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah, get it out there, have some fun, bet on it, and just cheer for football. Yeah, that's what you can do with your noonday. All right. I don't know. I thought it was a divisional game. Thought it should be low. I like the Rams at home, giving them 3, but I put a hook on, so I gave it 3.5.
I went 4.
All right, you're gonna get this be closer because it's -5.
Really?
Yep.
Man.
That sounds. Yep. That's the same type of thing. Like Vegas saying that Arizona and that game against the Jaguars was, I mean, they covered spread. It wasn't close, but it shouldn't have been that close. That 109 kick return, but they could have lost to the Vikings. Rams, this is another big one, and I think they're going to bring it. I think the Rams want to tell everybody that they're the best team.
Out. They beat.
I think they're going to win. And I think they're going to want to beat down Arizona too.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes down to coaching, I think they got the better coach in this, and I think I like the 5. I like the Rams in this.
I like that game a lot.
Yeah. All right. And another divisional game in one of the best divisions that we all agree in that's in football in the NFC West. Seattle at San Francisco.
Man, who is Seattle? What was that?
Great question.
Man.
Great question. Who is Seattle? Yeah, I liked Minnesota in that game all week long. I liked them to win in money line. They were home dogs against Seattle. They lost. Seattle lost to Minnesota 30-17. Russell Wilson just under 300 yards. He was 23 for 32 with 1 touchdown, 298 yards. So, I've got San Fran -4.
And we are going to. Nope, I got San Fran -3. Sorry.
Okay.
And I think it should be more. Now that I'm kind of thinking in my head about it, but
well, give yourself a gold star.
No way.
That's right. It's -3. I don't know, man. San Fran's gonna be pissed after that loss. Seattle is not as pissed. It's back-to-back road games for them. I like where your head's at too. It's gonna be a little bit. They're gonna be. They should be favored by more. I like San Fran in this game. All right, Baltimore goes to Denver. This is an interesting one. Denver's looked okay. Teddy Two Gloves has been fine for Denver. Their defense looks good. Baltimore, yeah, they've won some games, but they really should have beat the Lions by more. Back-to-back travel games for the Ravens. This will be back-to-back home games. Denver just had their opener last week, their home opener. I have Denver. I actually think Denver's a better team. I'm not big on Baltimore. Again, I've been saying that I don't know how many times it was for 4 straight weeks plus. I gave Denver 3.5. I gave them the hook.
Man, I went the other way. I got Baltimore -1.
This hurts then, because I only get it because of being closer by half a point. It's Denver's favored by 1.5.
Really?
So I'm closer just by 2. You have 2.5. You're 2.5 off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again,
1.5. Are they buying in on Denver?
I'm buying in on the home team definitely over. Yeah, what I just saw of the Ravens. I think the defense will be fine. Again, like, it feel like, was it a year ago or 2 years ago where all of a sudden, like, you know, the Ravens come out and like week 1 or 2, you're picking up Hollywood Brown because Ravens just are dropping 35 plus on everybody. Yeah. And now, like I said, 4th and 19, there's no way I thought Lamar Jackson was going to complete a 4th and 19.
Dime.
Yeah.
Do a dime.
So, I mean, he's a top 5 quarterback. There's no doubt about it.
100%.
But he's not the one that I expected.
He's top 5 in rushing yards right now.
Yeah, but it's not the one that I expect to do that 4th and 19 unless he's running for it.
Yeah.
And maybe if Denver can put a radar on him or whatever else, they can limit that. I don't know. All right, Pittsburgh at Green Bay.
We've been on it all year. Pittsburgh's garbage. They got lucky against Buffalo.
Buffalo did not. Yeah, they.
That's just we.
That
snooze.
was a week 1 overreaction.
We
Be like, look at Steelers. Look at this.
Yeah.
Buffalo's like, all right.
Pittsburgh's garbage. Worst team in the league.
And that's what.
Worst team in the league. I'm not a Steelers fan.
I love it. I'm not a big Steelers guy either. Yeah, you know what? It's kind of. I think if you're the Bills, and they did say after week 1, after that loss, they're like, look, we're not going to win every game. Mm-hmm. We're not going to do this. Like, everyone needs to relax. It's a long season. And I did say that you're not there yet. You're not Aaron Rodgers yet that you can, all you guys no-name linemen that I don't know, you can't sit there and say, like, hey, relax. But really, it's one of those things that probably after the game, the captains, the coach, or whatever else, they all just said, like, well, we're not going undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's regroup and do what we came to do anyway.
Yeah,
you know, we never said our goal was to be undefeated. Our goal was to be Super Bowl champions. Let's not, and they all kind of like bought into that. That's the way I look at when it comes to Bills. But we're talking about Pittsburgh and Green Bay. I got Green Bay favored at home -6.5.
I went a little bit higher, and I feel like you're going to win this one now because I think it's going to be 7, but I went 8.
Okay, I'm going to get a gold star on this one.
6.5, eh?
Yep, 6.5, Green Bay. And right now, everyone's got to love that. That's going to get hammered up to 7, 7.5.
Oh, it's going up.
Yeah, there's already like a little bit of extra juice to get to 6.5. So it's minus 115 instead of the usual minus 110. All right, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at New England. This is it, folks. This is what you're doing on Sunday. Hey, listen. Listen to me. All right? If you have to go to the pumpkin patch, if you have to go apple picking, you do it in the morning.
Yeah.
All right? Except for if you're a Bears fan, you're like, but it's Bears-Lions. You can skip this one.
Yeah.
All right? You can skip this one. Let me just do regional. Cleveland at Minnesota, I can see that. You're like, I can't miss that one. If you're a diehard Vikings fan, you're not gonna. If you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, you can miss this Philadelphia one. All right? I'm just trying to be regional here. Dallas, Carolina, I don't think you're going to skip it but these morning games, you can skip all of these because you want to watch Arizona at the Rams and Seattle at San Francisco afternoon and then bleed into the Sunday night game. Tampa Bay coming back into town. He's going to break a record on that game.
What's the record he's going to break?
It's like touchdown passes or something like that.
That's fun. That's a good place to
Or
do
it's passing yards.
Yeah.
There's something he's on pace to.
He's second in the league in passing yards I saw today.
He's on pace to. It's something. They're gonna have to stop the game.
Yeah.
For him.
They're gonna stop the game like 7 times. Just to cheer him.
So he's coming into town. New England's there. I got Tampa Bay favored on the road. I got him at minus 4.5.
Man, I went higher than that. I went 6.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Because it's minus 6.5.
Ooh.
Good on you.
And I think he is going to blow them out.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Gronk's coming back too?
Gronk's not missing that game. There's not a chance. He probably's got broken ribs right now. He's like, I don't care. I'm playing this game.
Is Antonio Brown off of he was out last game? Is he going to be back?
I mean, I hope so.
He's going to come back in and be like, remember when you cut me?
Yep.
Man, oh man.
I think it's just going to be, Bill Belichick by Monday morning will be a meme. It'll be like, oh, when she left you for the other guy or something like that. And he's just standing on the sideline, like, just not happy at all. Like, he's just going to be standing, like, it's going to be a picture of him at the end of Sunday Night Football or in the middle of the game where he's just like, just looks so disappointed and so.
Is it good or is it bad that you are so stuck in the Patriot way? Like Belichick is known for, and the Patriots are known for getting rid of the talent when they've used up the talent to the wells run dry.
Yeah.
They didn't want. He wanted a 4-year contract. There was like, there's no way this man's playing until he's like 45. He's gonna play till he's playing till he's 45. So it was a 4-year deal that he wanted. He didn't get it or anything like that. Like, is it to their detriment that they just stuck by it? Like, this is what we do. We move on when we think the talent's not there anymore. You know, do we applaud it, or at this point do we go like, hey, you don't always have to do it that way? You know, I guess that's the narrative that's going to be going back and forth. They've already started doing the whole thing like, you know, was it a bad breakup? Belichick's like, no, you know, it is what it is. I want to wish him the best success in the way. I mean, it was a 19-year working relationship.
Yep.
That's good for them. I mean, most people don't have that.
No, absolutely not.
So, God, it's gonna be fun though.
No, I just really think Tampa Bay. I'm all over that game. Tampa Bay. He's coming in on a mission. They're pissed. They just lost the Rams. You know.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, McDaniels isn't going to come up with anything that Brady hasn't seen. So he can always just be in the defensive meetings this week if he wants to and be like, here's what's going to happen.
Hey, here's his playbook.
I mean, we watch it on Monday Night Football. In Monday Night Football, when they start breaking things down, like they're going to do this and that. Now Brady can be like, here's what they're going to in the defense side. Like, here's what they're going to do. Oh,
did you see Eli flip off the cameras last night?
No, I did not. Nice. Why did he do that?
For the Eagles and Cowboys.
Because he doesn't. Yeah, gotcha. All right, and then the Monday night game.
I'm
AFC
excited
West game.
for this one.
Heck yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if everybody's got like, I have my favorite team, the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
But the Raiders have always been there, had a special place in my heart. I think it's just, the
when the Raiders are good, we like it when the Raiders are good.
It's fun when the Raiders are good. Football's fun when the Raiders are good.
You want to go out and get that black and silver hat that's
two
got the
of 'em.
Raiders?
I got two of them, man.
Like pretend you're Ice Cube?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, so we went as NWA at Halloween one year, and I was Ice Cube.
See, that's great.
I got a perm set and everything. I had it all curled up. Little Jerry curls.
Yeah.
No.
I got the Chargers, just a good old-fashioned, and they're at home, -3.
I got 3.5.
You get a gold star.
Fun.
It is 3.5.
3 gold stars today.
Good for you.
I haven't had gold stars in a long time.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Herbert looks good. They talked a lot about him in the game this week. It really wasn't much of a surprise that he was going to be good. I mean, he was really good at Oregon. Stayed back a year so he could play with his brother. There's nothing to really take away from that. So I don't know what the surprise is. Really, the surprise it took a dumb team doctor trying to do a little shot into the ribs of Tyrod Taylor and then puncturing his lung. So good for them.
I could win the NFC East. I went 9-7.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. We can look at that too. I think is the AFC as dominant as we thought they were, looking at some of these records or whatever else. But all right, let's take a first break of the second hour, and we come back. We'll
break.
Yeah, take a look at some of the other things. We'll look at the matchup with Iowa Maryland this Friday night, and kind of look at, and also take a look at who's on the hot seat in the NFL and in Major League Baseball. We'll be right back here. Don't hassle us, we're local. No, don't do that yet. Mike, sir.
You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 5510 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 5510. Enjoy.
Car old? Need it sold? Get rid of that old car and do a good deed at the same time. Plus, clean up your yard before the snow comes. It's the Arrowhead Ranch Annual Auto Auction. That's right, it's back. Donate your car, truck, or SUV, and if you live within 40 miles of Coal Valley, they will even pick it up, even if it doesn't run. All donations are tax deductible. Call 309-799-7044 or check them out online at arrowheadyouth.org. Car old? Need it sold? Arrowhead Ranch Annual Auto Auction in Coal Valley.
When you open an essential business checking account at First Midwest Bank, you'll earn a $500 bonus. But that's not all. You'll also have your own local banker who knows your business. A $500 bonus plus a local bank to help you succeed. That's banking with momentum. Visit a First Midwest branch to open an essential business checking account by November 30th, 2021. $100 minimum deposit to open. Available to businesses located in Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Must complete all bonus requirements to be eligible. Details available at firstmidwest.com/smallbiz, member FDIC.
It's the last gasp of car show season. It's the Iron Invasion, October 8th and 9th at the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds in Davenport. Live bands on 2 stages, plus dirt drag racing, motorcycle, swap meet, camping, vintage Ford parts auction, presented by Route 32 Auctions, and even a classic pinup contest. This is an open-air event held rain or shine. Proceeds go to Helping Hannah's Heart Foundation and benefits kids with congenital heart defect. More details at ironinvasion.com. October 8th and 9th. Be there!
Hey Cyclone fans, this is Chris Williams from CycloneFanatic.com. One thing I've learned over the years is that Iowa State fans stick together. When you're tailgating, you want in your glass a drink that loves the Cyclones as much as you do. You should try Mississippi River Distilling Company in LeClaire. It's owned by Cyclones, and the spirits you drink are made from grain from local farmers. Try the Cody Road Bourbon or the Iowash Cream Liqueur at your next tailgate. And stop by LeClaire for a tasting and a cocktail. Go Cyclones!
I'm Omar Reese with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Almost 1 year ago, Dak Prescott was in tears as he rode off the AT&T turf after a gruesome ankle injury ended his season. On Monday night, He returned with a 3-touchdown performance as the Cowboys grabbed control of first place in the NFC East with a 41-21 win over the Eagles.
Thankful for just the opportunity to be back out there, doing what I love and doing it here in AT&T in front of the fans. It was special.
Dallas intercepted Jalen Hurts twice. Trevon Diggs returning one 59 yards for a touchdown, while Ezekiel Elliott chipped in with a season-high 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. Elsewhere, it's all on the table for the Bears. Matt Nagy saying that all 3 of his quarterbacks, Justin Fields, Andy Dalton, and Nick Foles, are under consideration to start Sunday against the Lions. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
My grand opening is tomorrow. Can I get custom posters printed today?
It's possible with Staples Connect.
I need to promote my new curbside pickup service.
Also possible. Staples Connect can help your business grow with custom printed sales and marketing materials. Now get 20% off signs, banners, or posters when you spend $75 or more. Explore what's new at your local Staples. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 10/2. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/signage for details.
And now it's Geico's Motorcycle Rules of the Road. Before you ride, make sure your mirrors are clean and adjusted properly. And if you're going on a group ride, make sure the lead biker knows where they're going.
Ed, quick question. Where are you taking us?
Oh, I have no idea. Well, am I the leader? Because I was following that dude with the red helmet. Where is he?
And the rule to saving on motorcycle insurance is, in 15 minutes, Geico could save you 15% or more.
From the Vegas Gaming Cafe, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBLB Davenport, a Town Square media station.
Break it down.
All right, back here, ESPN 1170 AM.
Got a question for you, Jay.
Sure, absolutely. Fire away.
You get your eyes checked?
I do.
Do you? Is that an adult thing? Am I supposed to do that?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it if I were you. I know there's optometrists out there that are being like, don't do it. I had to get my eyes checked, just one of those things. Like being an adult, like, hey, you got to go get your eyes checked or whatever else. And I've always had good vision. I still have relatively good vision.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, oh, you've got, like, with old age, like, some spots in your eyes. And I was like, what? I'm fine. And within, like, they're like, you're going to need, like, some reading glasses or whatever else. And within, like, seriously, like, 2 weeks after that, it's because then it gets in your brain. I'm, like, holding menus a little bit further back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you do that glance and everything. And then I finally got glasses about 3 years ago, and it was because I was going to be spending more time here writing stuff, being in front of a computer. And then I think it was in the spring, I lost my pair of glasses, and I went back, and I did get, and I was like, oh, I need to order a new pair of glasses, and I just, I've never gone back to finalize it, but I do need them.
Yeah.
Like, it takes for some reason, it takes a while for my eyes to, in the morning, but my vision pretty much is pretty good, except for, like, more like reading, like, maybe a menu sometimes.
Gotcha.
But other than that, but yeah, you feel like you have to.
No, I don't know, wherever I went to last, I feel like the last, I don't know, 4 years it looks like in these text messages.
Mhm.
It looks like they've been texting me saying, oh, it's been over a year since your last thing. And this one, they came with my name, like, all in capital letters. I feel like they're yelling at me. I feel like they really want me in there.
That's the equivalent of it, isn't it?
And and every time I could just say, text stop, and I never do. So, like, it just has been happening. They've just been sending me automated text messages for the last few years. And it's just kind of funny. It just popped up right now. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. Okay. Next month, ESPN.
Company Man.
Yeah, Company Man. Premiered Pardon the Interruption. 20 years ago. It's going to celebrate 20-year anniversary, Pardon the Interruption. Which was...
A little PTI?
Yeah, which was relatively, like...
Has Will Bellin been on it since day one?
Yeah, so has Tony Kornheiser.
No, really?
It was... So they're going to... ESPN's going to have a bunch of projects. There's going to be a 1-hour special tonight at 6 p.m. on ESPN. I have plans tonight after... my son's going to go over to... Here's a little plug for Analog and Moline. My son, who is 10, is going to go over and play in a Super Smash Brothers tournament.
That's cool.
Yeah. So he's never done it.
Is there an age limit?
No.
I was like,
and you can go over there.
I make your kid cry tonight?
Sure, I go for it. He needs to be brought down. He's like, I'm totally winning. We were like, calm down.
Yeah.
So we're like, it's one of those, and of course, it's kind of funny to be like, you need to practice. Get on your Switch. And he's like, no. And again, he wasn't like that at all. But I would assume he would be like, don't tell me to practice. But so PTI basically is a show that launched all the shows you kind of see in the morning now. First Take, highly questionable with Lebitard that you used to have. And they have the one Around the Horn that comes on afterwards. So Tony Kornheiser, they were longtime friends and colleagues, and they started the show. They had they had their Stat Boy, things that we missed. They did a lot of other things. What are you watching on TV tonight? That was a big deal. And that's a lot of things where people were. It's the beginning of people saying like, stick to sports. No one wants to hear, are you watching 24?
Yeah.
Whatever else. But yeah.
Sounds awful.
What?
Just sticking to sports.
I know. Here's the intro from the debut episode on October 22nd, 2001. Pardon the interruption, but I'm Mike Wilbaum, and welcome to opening day in this bizarre television experience. And I'm Tony Kornheiser, and if we can have a TV show, you can have a TV show. And look where we're at now. We're on Facebook Live, YouTube, and we're talking about sports because they said you can do it too. No, they're longtime friends. One thing about Tony Kornheiser is he used to have a show on ESPN Radio, and this was when I was living up in the Twin Cities and working at this god-awful job. I was like data entry. I still don't know what I did every day. And but I could listen to the show online, and instead of commercials when you listen to ESPN Radio, they would keep you plugged into the studio. So you could hear what they were saying during commercial break.
Really?
And it was really
fun.
cool. And there was a lot of times, like, Kornheiser would have, like, some take, and Wilbaum would be pissed driving around. He's like, he'd call in. He wouldn't call in the show. He'd call in during commercial break, and then they would fight out over the air.
Really?
Yeah, over his takes, even though they are seeing each other in a couple hours. Yeah, so that. But pardon the interruption. It was revolutionary. It's great. It was, like, afternoon. I had just, that year, that 2001, I had just gone back to finish my education degree. I'd already had my history degree, so I was just back in Cedar Falls for a semester, and it was like must-watch TV in the afternoon. You thought you were getting like information and everything else. The chemistry is great with them. They always have people that come.
Chemistry's never gone away.
No, so they're going to be doing all kinds of things in ESPN. The question for you is, that year in 2001 was also the last year the Seattle Mariners made the playoffs, who were trying to make a push to make an AL wild card.
Ichiro?
Last year. That was the last. That's the longest drought right now. Who won the World Series that year? 2001.
Detroit Tigers.
No.
San Francisco Giants.
No. Giants won it in the Angels won it that year? Yeah, Angels won it, in 2002. Giants were in the World Series.
Cardinals?
No. They beat the Yankees. Game 7. Luis Gonzalez.
Oh, Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks.
No way.
Yep. Yeah, that long ago. So yeah, Seattle is making a little push for it, but so if you got something to watch, if you want trying to find something to watch because there's a little bit of football off, watch the special there. I'm gonna try tonight to set time aside to at least watch one part of that Once Upon a Time in Queens about the New York Mets, the '86 season.
Is that out where I can watch it all, or is it? Like,
yeah, you can watch all 4 parts.
Where is it at?
It should be at ESPN.
Yeah, I got ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus. You'll find it. Yeah. So I mean, I've heard nothing but good things. I want to sit down and watch it.
How many parts is it?
4.
Oh, I gotta check this out.
Yeah, and I'm afraid that I just want to watch all 4 parts. Let's see. Also, that's on the No Heels this week.
No Heels this week. Why?
I think they'll do this sometimes. Like they'll be premiering another show. And they don't want, and so they'll push that one in there.
That's weird. I don't like that.
I didn't like it when they used to do it with Shameless and stuff like that. I got a routine on Sundays. I didn't like it. Friday's episode of Ted Lasso was a classic, all time.
I need to get on that. I haven't seen any of those yet.
Yeah, the Ted Lasso. I
saw the first season. I gotta get
I had tears in my eyes in this one.
How many episodes are at the end?
I think that was like 8 or 9 or whatever.
For the second season?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew it was even out.
And then they're doing the thing where I think it's great when writers don't try to throw too much at you, but they expand their writing as the series goes on. I've said this before about The Office. Obviously, it was about Michael Scott, and there was a side story and about Jim.
Yeah.
But it all the characters kind of grew with the writers and the show. And the same thing with Parks and Rec.
Uh-huh.
And they've done a good job with Ted Lasso too.
Okay.
I mean, you get to know more about. I mean, I love Roy.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know he was a writer on the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's kind of fun.
He was on some late night talk show.
Oh no, I did know that. I
Yeah.
did see that. The same thing. Yep.
Yeah, where he was just like after they were writing, even though they hadn't gone to film or anything, he's like, I think I'm Roy in a play, and it is perfect casting. He's awesome.
Mhm.
I mean, I would be all in for like a spinoff of Roy's show.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
And the assistant coach is great. Nathan's great. They've done a good job. Everything out there. So, yeah, Tuesday night after my time at Analog, I've got to find some. I want to sit down and watch a little bit of the
What, are you
Mets.
gonna play some pinball while you're there?
I am going to because I don't really know much about Super Smash Bros.
Okay.
I've played it. I've
Uh-huh.
probably lost every time to him.
All right. That makes
Um,
sense. He should be better than you.
Yeah.
He should
So
be.
I think I'll be playing some other things. Maybe some
Maybe
Galaga.
Maybe some Guitar Hero in the back.
Nah, I'm never
No?
big in Guitar Hero.
What? You don't like Guitar Hero?
No.
I
Probably
could never do that fifth button where you had to move your hand. So like I can only do like maybe the medium levels, but you know it's still fun.
No, I'll probably be doing.
And you said it's the one over there in Moline.
Yep.
That's cool.
That's it. Yeah. So, like I said, Galaga's my go-to.
You got to figure out who the oldest person is there. Like text me and be like, "There's somebody's like 45 here, man."
Some dude. Yeah.
Let me know.
I'll let you know. Yeah, and that's probably who Ben will draw. He did this once. He got into a tournament, and this has had to be 3 years ago. Down at, gosh, I feel terrible. Paradigm, downtown Davenport. And they opened up a place that was like a lot of VR stuff. And St. Ambrose had just started a esports team. And they were having a lot of like local tournaments here, and colleges were coming in. So we went down a couple times to watch that because he's into that esports stuff. And he got into a tournament. He got beat pretty quick.
Did he?
But he was 7 at the time, but it was just good experience and went down there. So we'll see how it goes tonight. But he's going to miss baseball practice for it, which I'm fine with.
Okay.
Yeah, I said, hey, let's see. We'll make it up. They have early release on Wednesday. We'll do something Wednesday afternoon when it's nice and 90 degrees out. All right.
What is this weather? This weather's different.
Yeah.
It's like it's fake fall real quick, and then it's back to hot, and then next week's gonna be cold again or a little chillier.
And then it will like snow on Halloween, something stupid, or it will be a nice 75 degrees all night long. I don't expect it to be like fall weather for Halloween. I either expect it to be like
snow. I got 100%. I got pictures of me in my winter jacket, like over my costume.
I totally remember that too. I remember that when I was like in second grade.
Like my cowboy starter jacket, probably, or my Bulls one.
And just fighting with your parents because you're like, it ruins my costume, man. And they're like, it's 12 degrees
Nobody
out.
can tell I'm a ninja.
They're like, they don't care anyway. They just want to give you the candy and turn off the light on the door. 100%. That's it. All right, Iowa this weekend goes to Maryland. Friday night game. Maryland's 4-0, 1-0 in the conference. Iowa's 4-0, 1-0 in the conference. They have an AP ranking of 5, a coach's ranking of 5. Hawkeyes are ranked number 5 in the AP poll for the third straight week. It's their highest ranking since 2019, November 29th, 2015. Iowa has 2 wins over ranked opponents. They were ranked at the time. They're not anymore. Indiana and Iowa State. And this season, they have 2 wins over ranked opponents this season, has won 5 straight against ranked opponents overall. Only Alabama has more consecutive wins over ranked opponents.
You see that? We're just as good as Alabama.
We sure are. That's right, Adrian. Iowa's won its last 10 games. The Hawks have scored their last 10 opponents 329 to 127, averaging 32.9 points per game and allowing 12.7 points per game during the winning streak. They've won 7 straight Big Ten games. It's the 5th time in the last 30 years Iowa's won 7 straight conference games. Iowa won 8 conference games in 2000, straight conference games in 2015 and 2008, and 7 straight in 2004 and 1991. Iowa's not won 11 straight since opening the 2015 season with 12 straight wins. That year, Iowa reached the Big Ten championship game, and then they went to a Rose Bowl that we don't want to talk about.
Yeah, it's not really the game I ever want to see again.
Nah, never. Iowa leads the Big Ten and ties for number 10 in the country with 6 interceptions. Iowa's 78 interceptions since 2017, more than any other team in the country. Iowa scored points on each takeaway during 9 turnovers and they're turning the 9 turnovers into 51 points in 2021. The defense has scored 20 points, 3 TDs, and 1 safety. Why can't I speak? Let's see. Linebacker Jack Campbell ranks third in the Big Ten with 43 tackles, had a career-high 18 tackles in Iowa's Week 3 Colorado State, earning Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week honors.
Boom.
Yeah, he had 11 the week before.
Monster.
That was a career high, and then he puts 18. He's everywhere.
Yeah. Love that.
I know.
Guy loves to find the football.
Tyler Goodson has 11 rushing touchdowns in the last 10 games. He's averaging 100.9 yards per game during Iowa's 10-game winning streak. He rushed 22 times for a career-high 153 yards and a career-high 3 touchdowns Week 3 against Kent State. So it's going to be rather interesting.
This has been fun. Let's keep it going.
That's what I say.
I don't need this to stop.
No. Let's take a look at here. Usually in my notes, I don't have anything in here about Maryland right now. I guess we'll have more as the week goes on about what to look for here. I know Tua's brother is there. Maryland, he was in the top 5 last week in passing for college. So Maryland's going to be running high. Like you said, it's a blackout. We'll see. I think Maryland, we said Maryland was going to be, when they played Kent State, that might be a trap game for him, but they handled Kent State easily. Yep. Colorado State did have a lead for a while. Iowa looked a little sluggish, but they came out and got the win. So no big deal. I don't really think it's a lot of talk about Petrus and the offense on social media. And again, my kind of thing is just get the W, just win, baby. And
we're just trying to win football games.
Yeah, and then worry about it. Worry about it later.
And what I don't like is I feel like the fans are saying that they're not marching out the best guy that gives us the best chance to win. Like if they thought his backup was going to be better, they would put the backup in. They pay these guys to make these decisions.
Iowa's won 7 straight Big Ten games. So the best guy to
He's winning games. He's winning football games. I don't care how you get it.
Iowa's won 8 straight conference games. I mean, they won 7 straight Big Ten games. 11 straight since opening 2000. They were winning the games.
Mm-hmm.
What
else do you want?
Yeah, they lost.
What more do you need? Do you need us to win by 40 points every game? Does this need to be a high-powering offense? We're winning football games.
They've won 10 straight.
That's the goal.
10. He's won 10 straight. He's now 10-2 as a starter.
And he's not the guy.
How is he
not?
What?
Because he doesn't look flashy. Because he doesn't look like he's missed some throws.
What do these people? What do these armchair quarterbacks
done.
know about Deuce Hogan?
Nothing.
Outside that he's got a great name. He sounds great
name.
You would love to be him to be the starter. You'd be like, Deuce
name.
is our guy. Deuce is loose.
Until he takes a deuce.
Yeah, exactly. I knew that. That's
the
always
deuce is loose.
That's what they. They always do. Whatever else, they get upset about.
People just can't be happy. I just don't get it.
Iowa will be playing 2 Friday night games or Friday games this year. Iowa's 8-3 all time in games played on Friday. So the other game will be Iowa-Nebraska on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. That'll be the 11th consecutive season that they play that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so like I said, 10 consecutive wins. Let's see. He's 150. Petrus is 156 for 263 with just under 1,800 passing yards. He's averaging 177.2 yards per game during Iowa's 10-game winning streak. In those 10 games, 12-3. So, do the math. That's 1 interception for every 4 touchdown passes. It's still pretty good.
Pretty good numbers.
They're averaging 31.8 points per game in 2021.
Pretty good stat again.
Yeah, come on. we gotta let it go.
Take it easy on these guys. We're winning football games.
Exactly. Until you really, let's get through this week, and then we'll start talking about Penn State a little bit more. All right, we got to take a break here. ESPN 1170 AM. We'll be right back after a word from the sponsors.
We're good streaking! This is Bobby Metcalf from the Quad City Times, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Your legacy is important. Preparing your final wishes is a lasting gift to family and friends. Lock in and guarantee today's prices while alleviating the burden on your loved ones. Whelan Presley's pre-arrangement policies are guaranteed to be there when needed. You can even begin the pre-arranging process from home. Log on to WhelanPresley.com or contact us to get started. Trusted over 130 years, Whelan Presley Funeral Home and Crematory.
We would be honored and privileged to serve you.
We're gonna eat pizza from Casey's and watch the football games. Yeah, enjoy the season with delicious Casey's pizza. 2 tasty pizzas for big game days.
Now at Casey's, you can get 2 large single-topping pizzas with delicious made-from-scratch dough for $9.99 each with promo code DOUBLE.
Casey's here for good. Yeah!
What's your car's monthly payment? There's a good chance that First Midwest Bank can lower it. Just like refinancing a mortgage, First Midwest Bank can refinance your auto loan too. That means lower payments, lower interest rates, and higher monthly savings. Plus, you can wait up to 60 days to make your first payment. Go to firstmidwest.com/auto-refi to apply and drive down your car payments today. Member FDIC, subject to credit approval, vehicle insurance required.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
An online presence was important, but now it's a necessity. Town Square offers premium website services that get you new leads every day. Go to mylocalcustomers.com to receive a free competitive analysis to help you find more local customers online and help grow your business faster. Plus, a dedicated marketing specialist so you don't have to mess with updating a website. It's fast and easy with no contracts. Cancel at any time. Be one of the first to sign up and receive $500 in free advertising on ESPN 1170 AM. Go to mylocalcustomers.com.
I'm Omar Reese with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Almost 1 year ago, Dak Prescott was in tears as he rode off the AT&T turf after a gruesome ankle injury ended his season. On Monday night, he returned with a 3-touchdown performance as the Cowboys grabbed control of first place in the NFC East with a 41-21 win over the Eagles.
Thankful for just the opportunity to be back out there, doing what I love and doing it here in AT&T in front of the fans. It was special.
Dallas intercepted Jalen Hurts twice. Trevon Diggs returning one 59 yards for a touchdown, while Ezekiel Elliott chipped in with a season-high 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. Elsewhere, it's all on the table for the Bears. Matt Nagy saying that all 3 of his quarterbacks, Justin Fields, Andy Dalton, and Nick Foles, are under consideration to start Sunday against the Lions. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
My grand opening is tomorrow. Can I get custom posters printed today?
It's possible with Staples Connect.
I need to promote my new curbside pickup service.
Also possible. Staples Connect can help your business grow with custom printed sales and marketing materials. Now get 20% off signs, banners, or posters when you spend $75 or more. Explore what's new at your local Staples. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 10/2. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/signage for details.
And now it's Geico's Motorcycle Rules of the Road. Before you ride, make sure your mirrors are clean and adjusted properly. And if you're going on a group ride, make sure the lead biker knows where they're going.
Ed, quick question. Where are you taking us?
Oh, I have no idea. Well, am I the leader? Because I was following that dude with the red helmet. Where is he?
And the rule to saving on motorcycle insurance is, in 15 minutes, Geico could save you 15% or more.
All the hits are heard right here. This is Len Casper. Join Darren Jackson and me for Chicago White Sox baseball all year long on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
All right, wrapping up Tuesday, September 28th, 2021, year of our Lord. Okay, Major League Baseball. We got some wild card things going on. The wild card race in the American League. The Yankees just swept the Red Sox over there. They have a one-game lead in the wild card there by them. The 89-67 their record. The Red Sox are 88-68. But on the outside looking in, the Blue Jays are 1 game back. The Mariners are 1.5 games back, and the Athletics are 3.5 games back.
Who wins it, Jay?
Let's see. The Red Sox are at the Red Sox are at the Orioles. Yankees are at the Blue Jays. So here's what you need to look at tonight. All right.
That's a big game.
Yankees at the Blue Jays because obviously the Blue Jays are a game back. So the Blue Jays need to win that game. Yankees need to hold on to that. Red Sox are at the Orioles. We're looking at that. Red Sox are minus 260 in that game. That looks like a fun game to bet. The Blue Jays are actually favored money line there, minus 130. The Yankees are with Jameson Talion on the bump at plus 110. Those are some big games to be paying attention to there. Tonight, the Brewers and the Cardinals play at 6:45. The Brew Crew is actually favored on the road at minus 120. They're going to have Woodruff on the mound there. Adam Wainwright's on the mound for Cardinals. It's even money for the Cardinals win. Cardinals are going for their 17th straight win. And with a win tonight, they can clinch the second NL wildcard with a victory.
And that'll be it, right? All the teams will be in.
It'd be done.
It'll be
because it's going to whoever doesn't win the West is going. Dodgers or
absolutely.
Giants,
You know what else is a good series tonight? Kicks off tonight. The Braves and the Phillies. Your boy.
That's right.
Trying to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, they are 2.5 games behind the Braves. And they begin a 3-game series tonight in Atlanta. That is, where's my line there? Braves are favored minus 130. They've got Charlie Morton on the mound. Zach Wheeler's throwing for the Phillies. And then finally, back to the AL wild card, the Athletics and the Mariners. Like I said, the Mariners are a game and a half back. Athletics are 3.5 games back. So,
who do they play?
Who? The Athletics and the Mariners.
Oh,
That's a 9 o'clock
They play
game.
each other? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So we've got some big series going on tonight, starting at 6 o'clock. Yankees at the Blue Jays, Red Sox at the Orioles. Then at 6:20, we got Phillies and the Braves, Brewers at the Cardinals, Athletics and Mariners. And you know what, Major League Baseball? You're going into the last week of the season. I'm sorry, MLB TV. You're going into the last week of the season. Make it like the first week. Give all the games for free.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Right now.
Yeah, get people excited about playoff baseball.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about football. Baseball doesn't even exist right now. The entire world's talking about football. Do something here.
That would be a good plan to do, and I think that would be...
Call somebody, Jay.
I got to put it up the ladder. That's exactly what we need to do. Over the weekend, why do we do this every year? Why is there an NBA player every year that says he's not going to play for a team? Like, every year, someone's like, I'm not coming to work. Deal with it.
It's annoying.
It is annoying.
And why does another team want him? Why would you want somebody that comes out and says that they don't want to be part of an organization? You signed your deal. You live in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Play basketball. What also I'm finding interesting is the Andrew Wiggins story.
Yeah, so he tried to get religious reasons to not get vaccinated. And then they came out and said, doesn't work for us.
Nope.
And you're in California, this is where you play.
Yep.
So is he going to get vaccinated?
It doesn't sound like it. It says he's willing to sit out all these games, which how is it any better for your career? If you're making millions of dollars playing professional sports, I'm sorry, that team has every right to tell you to go get vaccinated. They pay you millions of dollars to play and entertain. And now you're putting everybody else in jeopardy. We said the same thing with Lamar Jackson and Cole Beasley. I get it. Everybody's got their personal choice. But when it comes down to this, and you're getting paid millions of dollars to play sports, the teams have every right to tell you, it's a mandatory, or get out.
Lamar Jackson had another illness last week. I put on Twitter that he is the Paul Pfeiffer the NFL.
Was it illness or was he just did
stomach?
He say?
It was like on Thursday or something. He
Was
he
it?
wasn't. Yeah, he's sick or Friday. I can't really. It's just so dumb. It's the same thing. All right. So let's see. Wiggins says he doesn't want Bradley Beal. What would Bradley Beal say? He's speaking out against the vaccine. And the Vice President of Players Association, Kyrie Irving, is not releasing his vaccine status.
Of course he's not.
Bradley Beal called out. Let's see here. This is
He
from.
said something too.
Yeah, well, he's like, well, hold on. This is from thecomplex.com. And the headline is Bradley Beal called out for questioning why vaccinated people still get COVID. So it started with a tweet. Ben Rohraback, this is it's media day going on. That's why they have all this stuff going on all of a sudden. Bradley Beal is asked again about how he came to the personal decision not to get the COVID vaccine. He said, I'm still considering getting the vaccine. So one thing I want to make clear is that I'm not sitting up here advocating that you shouldn't get the vaccine. But he added, Beal said that it was recommended that he should not yet get the vaccine because he is still within the 60-day window of having COVID. He says, but I'm not saying I won't get it. But he opened up about the vaccine on Monday, and he said that he hasn't been vaccinated for personal reasons. He says, I don't feel pressure to get vaccinated. I don't think you can pressure anybody into doing things or putting things in their body. Baxter Holmes and Woj of ESPN have reported that the NBA doesn't have any plans to mandate vaccine for players, but unvaccinated players will have stricter protocols and different travel arrangements. Unvaccinated players will still be tested for COVID on a daily basis. According to the league, 85% of the players were vaccinated by the end of last season, and those who are not vaccinated must wear masks at team facilities.
That's a good number.
And during travel and cannot be seated directly next to another player. Oh, gosh.
More room on the plane. I get it. Don't get vaccinated. I understand now. You just want more room. I don't know. I see it so many different ways. If you're just Joe or Tom that lives down the street, okay, cool. You don't want to get vaccinated, cool.
Yeah, I just don't want to hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it. That's my
don't
thing.
Be posting on your Facebook.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear one more minute about you talk about why you're not getting vaccinated or why you should.
I got
get
a buddy
vaccinated
likes to share like all the, don't wear masks things every day of Facebook. I'm like, man, you got nothing else better to do today, man. Like, just do something else. Talk about anything else today,
I'm like on that where we've talked about this ad nauseum too, but it's the thing where I'm like, I'm just so like, all right, I'll hear you out, but I'm gonna ask questions, and sometimes they're gonna be contrarian. I'm not doing it to get a rile out of you, but there's people that just get so upset about this stuff.
Angry.
And I get more upset about little things like how many days in a row is this going to dominate like the Quad City Times cover page? Like those are the things where I'm like, can we just take one day off of talking about, numbers are rising? Well, yeah, they are. Yeah. And it's going to be flu, and they're going to get worse.
They're going to get worse, absolutely. Did you, real quick, I know we only have a couple minutes left, the Quad Cities Marathon. The two guys took the wrong route.
Yes, and that's on the, I'm glad you brought that up. It was on the biker.
Yeah, he just didn't turn.
Yeah, he didn't turn.
I guess they were compensated, though. I guess they made it right, because, they win it every year, I guess.
The guy who won it set a personal record. He's the cross-country and track coach down at, Illinois State somewhere. Okay. But yeah, the biker. Right away, I'm reading the thing, and I'm like, this is a Seinfeld episode.
Something fishy going on.
There is legitimately a Seinfeld. Yeah. We need an American to win. It's going to come out like they weren't vaccinated, and they didn't. They couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't have a marathon runner who wasn't vaccinated win it, so they did something.
What if it was like a little thing, and it comes out here like a month, like, biker was paid by the guy that won.
It'd be pretty good. That'd make national headlines.
Yes, it would.
That's a good harmless rumor to start.
I'm telling everybody. You heard it here first.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I'm like,
how do you miss that turn? Like, you know what you're doing. Like, I'm guessing this wasn't his first time doing it.
I would hope not. You will slowly have to work your way up into this. Not like you and I woke up and someone texted like, "Hey, we need some help. We don't have workers today. You need to come ride your bike and do the route."
Uh-huh.
Don't you have a GPS? Isn't there some type of app that just tells your bike like where you're going? This is 100% a Seinfeld episode.
We'll just dip back into it on Thursday.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for being in here.
Yeah,
I'm glad we're going to get into a schedule, and then you know what's going to happen next week. We're going to get thrown out for 2 playoff games or something dumb.
That's all right. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Last week I did not like not being on here one time last week. It was not fun for me.
I know. But then Friday
I
came in and it was just me on Friday. Adam called in, but then I was on fire talking about.
And I hate leaving you alone.
The Iowa wrestling. They're going to have the girls now, and I don't know whatever else I was on fire about talking about. I have no clue. I was all heated up for some reason. Not in a bad way, though. It's all good, though. Thanks for being here today.
No,
hey,
absolutely.
Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, Quad Cities. Stay safe and sanitize. We will see you tomorrow. Watch some baseball tonight. There's a lot of good series there. Get yourself excited about playoff baseball. We'll talk to you tomorrow about more sports and more. Take care.